Well, it only took 5 minutes of playing with these Microman toys to remember why I hate them so much. You're not gonna believe this. Playtime! Yay! Today we're playing with a line called Kigurumicroman by Takara. It's little Microman toys that are hiding inside of kaiju costumes. If you look these guys up on eBay, the prices are $60, $100, over $200. Don't pay that much. Use the proxy service Backbay, where the prices look more like $20, maybe $40 or $50, rarely over $100. Backbay is as easy to use as eBay or Amazon or whatever, and it helps you buy things from stores and sites in Japan. They sponsor videos like this, and many other videos I've done. And get this! Look at the video's description, there's a link to create a free Backbay account. You'll immediately be gifted 2,000 yen to spend however you want. If you spend it on these stupid Microman toys, you can get a pack for literally under $10. Take that, eBayers! It's not just Microman, I'm constantly seeing items at much better prices on Backbay. Sign up, it helps the channel, there's no obligations, but believe me, it's worth it. Backbay is the best way to shop Japanese sites and auctions. Don't be an amateur collector, sign up for Backbay. Now on to the video. So what are these toys? In the lore, Microman is like Toy Story. These things are alive. This isn't a toy of Microman, this is Microman, an alien from the planet Micro-Earth. They come to our planet and disguise themselves as toys, sometimes wearing costumes of characters we know. Why? To watch me edit all day. In 2004, the Kigurumicroman line was launched, and here the Micromen are disguising themselves as kaiju. This was to celebrate Godzilla's 50th anniversary, but Gamera would soon join the line as well. 6 years ago, I did a video showing you some of the Godzilla sets, including these guys. I said that the monster costumes are the best parts, and they are. They look like they were just taken right out of the studio. That's why instead of a Microman, I stuffed Godzilla with cotton and glued his hands on, because I like how it looks like a real movie suit. King Ghidorah is just empty. Jet, well, I'm pretty sure a lot of parts of him are glued now. But in that first video, I didn't open my Final Wars Godzilla or any of the Gameras, because I hate these, you see? But I think after 6 years, I'm finally healed enough to give this another go. So here's the Final Wars Godzilla costume and his Microman. A nice card art. The backs show us all those Godzilla figures I've already reviewed, link in description. So each Microman comes with a stand and an oddly huge selection of hands. 5 additional pairs of hands. That always stood out to me as so extra. And there's little stickers to decorate your Microman figures, and that's a big fat no for me, we're not doing any of that today. And instructions on how to get the Microman into the Godzilla costume. Ooh, I'm having a PTSD moment. And here's a little sheet again showing us all the other figures, which I've already reviewed, link in the description. Here's Microman, although I wouldn't say he's micro, he's more like small man. But I always liked how these guys came in different colors with lots of translucent parts and lots of articulation. Like the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, these 2 points in the midsection, the legs, the knees, and the ankles. And of course the head. And many of these parts can just pop off too, so you can mix and match Micromen. In a vacuum, these are pretty cool. And with the stands they come with, you can strike countless poses. It's super easy to switch and it broke. So the ankle joint particularly is so delicate. I was not being rough, I was trying to reposition his body with a very normal level of force, and it snapped right off. And I remember this happening with the first set of figures too, that's why Jet's glued. And I'll tell you now, I instantly turn on a toy, any toy, the moment I become afraid to even touch it. And I need that broken joint. Here's the unbroken one, and I need that ball there to stick Godzilla's foot on it. Godzilla needs the figure's wrists and ankles to be complete. That's what makes the hands and feet stay on. So I glued that piece back on. I can't believe the glue is out already. We'll let him dry. But here's the Godzilla suit. It's empty, and it broke. Looks like the glue must have weakened over the years. Return of head banging Goji. Microman goes in this very small slit in the back, and then the dorsal plates go over to close the slit. And you can close up the back without Microman, but you can't get those dang hands and feet on Godzilla without him. And Microman has to go in this awkward, crouching position. Oh God, hold me, I'm scared. I guess first we'll heat up the suit to see if that makes it any easier, and it broke. Just by trying to slightly widen the slit, this piece is starting to detach. Do you see why I hate these? I got the feet on, and here I kind of recreated that actor in a Godzilla suit look, although this suit has no hands. To get the upper half of Microman in, I gotta detach the arms, feed them through Godzilla's arms, and then reattach at the shoulders, and I found that sort of worked. Also, the tail being detached is kind of making it a smidge easier, so there's that. I could finally get the hands on. I'm so nervous to touch the feet. I'm gonna try real hard not to. And here we go. Final Wars Godzilla with a Microman hiding inside of him. Ugh. Let's look at the Gameras, because one of them has something that none of the other sets have. But we're gonna start with Showa-era Gamera, as in, show me where a hammer is so I can smack my head with it. So here's his Microman. Are there any micro boys, micro girls, micro women? Do they eat micro arroz con pollo with their 6 sets of hands? So I'm hoping the Gamera figures will be easier because he's got this nice wider opening in the back, and the shell covers it up nicely. The instructions are similar to Godzilla. We'll need to remove Microman's hands and feet to complete Gamera. This promotional sheet has the Godzilla and Gamera figures. The Gamera figures all come with these little pieces of Velcro stickers, and you put 2 on his back, and 2 on the shell, and that's how the shell stays on. Again, Gamera will need Microman's limbs for his hands and feet, otherwise they will not attach. Taking the feet off is giving me a panic attack. One popped off no problem, but the other one feels really tight, and I'm kind of nervous, and it broke. Well, not really, but the joint was supposed to stay on the leg. Instead, it came off with the foot. Luckily, I was able to fix that off camera without glue. And now it's time. Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah, this is not easier. Okay, I got the legs through. We'll attach the feet now, which is oddly a challenge right now. Hey, it's a Gamera suit actor. Microman just completely fell apart inside Gamera. I'm trying to fix that. Okay, let's get the hands on. He looks like he's trying to stop someone from going somewhere. Stop! Don't buy this! He looks like he's about to shove Godzilla into the sandbox. I think we're done. Here's Heisei Gamera, as in, hey, say I don't have to do this again. Sorry. His Microman is all orange, but otherwise it's the same story. Except for some reason this Microman has 2 right legs. What's going on? Here's the Heisei Gamera costume. Again, the costumes were never the issue with these. They look good. Taking this figure's feet off, I had the same experience. One came off easy, the other felt stuck. But they both came off correctly at least. And for reasons I cannot define, I had a much easier time getting this Microman in. I don't know what's different. Maybe it's because Gamera's arms are spread out wider. Maybe the suit is more flexible. I don't know. Alls I know is the tail goes on, and then the shell, and it broke. Nah, I'm teasing. This isn't broke. I'm broke, though. Finally, we have Gamera the Brave, and this one's very interesting indeed, because it's the only set out of all of them to come with accessories. Probably because it was the newest movie. You get a little baby Toto, which is neat, and you get the red stone, so that's cool. That gives me a nice feeling. Here's the extra hands. In this video, I've gotten 24 sets of hands, a set for every hour of the day. And they go into this green fella, and here's our little guy. After the last Gamera, I feel emboldened. I feel like I could do this one really easily.
3 hours later.
I hate these things so much. The Microman arm ends way up Gamera's arm, so it's hard to feed this Gamera hand into it. Harder than you'd think. Look, in the end, these don't look bad. It's just such a negative experience putting them together. How is this considered play? This is work. This show is not called playtime anymore. It's now called work time. But I got it. That's turtle power. We'll get the tail on, and the shell, and here he is, Gamera the Brave. Let's line up our 3 Gameras. It's funny how their arms are all doing completely different things. But when all is said and done, again, the costumes themselves look nice. They really make you earn this. But if you're a Gamera fan, I'd love to hear your thoughts on these. In theory, this is a fun line, but if I went to a planet full of giants and I wanted to disguise myself as a toy, I hope I wouldn't have to rip off my hands and feet. Now I never have to do another Microman video again. They have their strengths, but in the end... Goodbye.
Jojiro.
MrWest.com.